Hello everyone and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Vanessa and I'm just so excited about using this platform. I feel like sometimes I'm so long-winded, so this makes me feel not so under pressure. Anyways, I promised myself that I would bring you guys a new video once a week and I've been sticking to it. So I really hope you guys are enjoying them. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button so that way you get a notification whenever I post the new videos. Also, leave in the comments any topics or discussions that you may need help with or that you want to talk about. I would love your feedback. That makes it so much more engaging for me. But today I really wanted to talk about something that I've been dealing with for almost about 9 months now. My daughter, my oldest daughter, I have two. She's 8 years old, and since about October, November, she's been dealing with some pretty bad anxiety. It's been something that kind of came out of nowhere. She's more of like the shy and reserved type, but it just kind of exploded into this very like manic and debilitating type of situation. And being as open-minded as I am, I've literally have taken her everywhere, from acupuncture, traditional therapy, hypnotherapy. I've done it all. And, you know, I saw some improvement, little things here and there, but, you know, it was every day. You know, she was so worried about being sick, throwing up specifically, and she thought that if she threw up that would mean that she would die. And it was just so taxing. You know, I spent almost every single day crying, because to see your child like in such distress every single day is very heartbreaking. For any parents out there, you know, I'm sure you guys can relate. It's just so hard to, you know, not know what to do for them. And so I really have been practicing my own tools that I've learned through my spiritual journey in order to help her. You know, if I know I'm not the only parent out there who deals with a kid who suffers from anxiety, especially with the whole pandemic and everything that's gone on these last few years. It's not completely surprising that, you know, our kids will be going through this kind of thing, or that they would have these feelings of fear of being sick or people passing away, because that's what we've been shown in the media for literally 2 years now. So I just kind of wanted to talk about this so that way anybody out there who also has a child who's struggling, you know, maybe you can try some of these, you know, tactics. Like I said, I tried all the traditional therapies, you know, the therapist, hypnotherapy, acupuncture for calming her down. And some of the main things that I found that were so helpful is really talking with her. Sometimes I had moments of like desperation myself, because I didn't know what to do for her. I was legitimately like freaking out, because she's freaking out, she's crying, so then I start crying. And I had to tell myself, Vanessa, like, take a deep breath. You need to calm down so that way she can feed off of that positive energy. So if you parents are out there pulling out your hair, screaming at them, saying like, get over it, like, this is nothing, you're making it up. That's like the worst thing that you could say to someone who's feeling so anxious and that they can't even move. You know what I mean? So the first thing is validate their feelings. Allow them to feel safe with you. Create a safe space where they know that they can tell you how they're feeling without you being upset, judging them, without them feeling like, you know, the whole world is crumbling. You have to be their rock. So that was one of the big things, is just me being very soft and open with her, just really letting her talk about how she felt. I would tell her when she was in the midst of like having a breakout, I would be like, do you want to have a chat? And we would come into my office, just the two of us, and she would sit on my couch and we would just talk, and I would let her just express herself. Another thing that we did all the time, and we still do it, is that we would write down what she was grateful for. I would write my gratefuls and she would write hers, because that really helped her kind of shift that attention. So instead of her thinking, oh no, I'm sick, it helped her look at all the things that she had in her life. You know, she has her family, her home, you know, her cousins. It made her realize that actually, you know, life isn't that bad. Actually, I might not really be sick. So writing down gratefuls was super important. Another thing that I made sure to do with her is she loves to read, just like her mom. And so I made sure to find any and every book that I could that dealt with kids with anxiety, so that way she could also know that she wasn't by herself. That was another huge thing, because she would always say, oh, I'm weird, or I'm different from everyone, or nobody likes me. You know, she started a lot with that like negative self-talk. So I wanted to show her that it was actually very common, that I myself and as an adult have dealt with anxiety. I didn't want her to feel isolated or like nobody understood the way that she felt. So getting books that talked about it, that explain it in a way that she could understand it as an 8-year-old was also really helpful for us. And I really want to say that one of probably the most important part as the parent is just to show love to your child. It sounds like there should be a bigger, you know, some type of method or theology, something bigger than just showing love. But when I calmed myself down, like after those first few months, because I was in such anguish myself trying to resolve this for her, and I took a step back and I just listened to what she needed, she started to tell me, Mommy, thank you for not being mad at me. One night she said, thank you for being so patient. It makes me feel so much better. And I finally realized like all that she actually needed was for me to just be there for her. You know, when she's having her moments or when she's going through all of those feelings, all she wanted was for me to hug her, kiss her, let her know that she is okay in this moment. She was not ill. There was nothing wrong. She was healthy. She was safe. That's all that she needed. And so I just want to encourage you parents out there, don't make it too complicated. Don't try to, you know, overwhelm yourself by trying to figure it out, that you just forget the basics, where it's really about accepting them, loving them, and letting them know that they're safe with you and in your arms. So I just really hope that anyone else who's going through a similar situation, you're not alone. There's so many of us, even myself. I have so many other friends that their kids are very anxious, and especially feeling like they're sick or that someone may die or that they themselves may die because of sickness. I don't want you to feel like, oh my God, I'm the only parent with a crazy kid. Because I'm not gonna lie, for a second I was like, oh my God, I'm the only parent with a crazy kid. But when I started talking about it and being more open and honest, everyone came out of the woodwork and was like, oh my God, my kid too, my kid doesn't sleep at night. And I was just like, wow, you know. So I really want to build a community, because not only for our children, but for us as the parent to know that we're not alone, because we take on their stress and their pain and then we kind of bottle it in. So it's important that we let it out and we support one another, because at the end of the day, we all have the same goal, and that's to, you know, enlighten our children, make sure that they're happy, that they're safe, that they're healthy. That's what we all want, you know what I mean? So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope it brings more peace to your heart. And just know that you're never alone, and we're all going through something. And just to show your babies some love, a lot of love, and also to be gentle with yourself, because we're learning how to navigate all of these new phases as our kids are getting older.